Hey, welcome to our Georgia suburban homestead. And today we're going to be setting up what I call the high towers. They're tower planters, multi-tier. We plant up to 30 things in them. I've got a couple of different brands of towers here, and actually the green stock planters, which are really pricey, don't work quite as well as the cheap ones that I got years ago from Texas that probably, I want to say I bought them in 2006 or so, maybe a little earlier, and they're still going strong. They actually produce better through the winter. So we're cleaning our ones that we already have set out and setting up new ones. Going to be planting some lettuce that we have, and for the one essential for today's video is coffee. Yes, I drink like 2 of these a day. I know, bad girl, but keeps me going. Okay, so let's get started. Now, you remember my seeding videos earlier in the year. I started a bunch of things in the greenhouse. And I'm happy to report that things are thriving. Tonight is supposed to be the last temperature in the 30s until next winter, next fall. So the tomatoes, which are getting kind of leggy, are going to have to wait until next week to get planted. Look at this. Look at this little booger. She will nail you. She will nail you. But if you look closely at what the honeybees are doing, they come and get water out of these trays, which is absolutely fine. They're welcome. But you see, we've got some lettuces. Got some brassicas. I think that's Georgia collards. Purple broccoli. Well, look at these trays. I'm so proud of these. Proud. Probably jinxing it. These are zucchini that are in the bottom of one of the stocking gardens, and only one cucumber liked it, so we're going to have to replant those. That's fine. We've got some in the greenhouse. And we use plant tags, so not all of these. I bought a couple from the store of varieties I didn't start. Mizuna. The raspberries y'all watched me plant in January. They're transplants. They're all going really well.
Gardening time again.
I'm having a hard time filming and drinking my coffee.
You're telling me what I need to do.
That's the mark of a well-married man. He already knows. Just tell me what I want to do, honey. Okay. So we're trying a new Pro Mix this year in the stocking gardens. This is a Pro Mix Premium Organic Vegetable and Herb Mix. It's supposedly, of course it's OMRI certified, but it supposedly has all the amendments in it, and we shall see. It's guaranteed. So, let's see what the guarantee gets us. A cup of coffee. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to dump the Pro Mix into our cart. These carts are great, the Gorilla carts. And then fill the gardens. And then fill the stocking gardens. Oh, Angel Cat, you gonna come help? You gonna come help? You are. We can't do this without a cat. She's abandoning us already. So these are green stalk planters, and we fill them 3/4 of the way full with soil. And I'm going to place several different types of plants around it and then fill the soil in on top of it, because the fill line is right here at the top. It's really not very hard to do, and it's much easier if you fill the layers as you put them together than to go back in and dig holes, in my opinion. And I like that there's 5 holes or 6 holes. And just because I like to be artsy-fartsy, I do different colors. That's just me. So the first thing we have is some lettuce dark Lola Rosa, Aloya Rosa, if you want to say it in Spanish. And this is kind of a tasty lettuce. And you never want to pull by the stem. You want to squeeze the plant out gently. And there's going to be. Now, I'm going to leave one of these open to come back later and put in a nasturtium. So, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 things I'm planting. That's 5. So we'll do 2 of these. Now, these are beets, and I don't particularly like the flavor of beet bulbs, but I love the greens. Of course, I'm a chard fan too, which is really a kind of beet. So for those of you watching me going, don't put beets in that, it's not going to form. I don't care about it not forming much of a bulb in these planters, because I'm really just growing them for the greens. Arugula, anyone? I don't know why I want to sing that silly Sesame Street song from my childhood. Arugula, boop, 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 boop. Arugula, boop, 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 boop. This is Mizuna, which is a Japanese edible chrysanthemum. The flavor is really nice. It's kind of horseradishy and green and yummy. And as you see, it's easy to grow. It came up in like 2-3 days. Started from seed 30th of January, and it is now the last week of going into the last week of March. So isn't that pretty? The worst part is getting things out of the cell trays. Carefully and gently. So I have laid these up against the side in preparation of coming in with soil. Again, this is that Pro Mix. It's been pre-moistened slightly, and then when we get all this planted, we'll fill the top waterer with about a gallon of water, and it'll flow through. You just very gently push the plant down. They'll probably be very happy to finally have their feet in deeper soil. And I'll come back in a couple weeks and show you this tower, and you're going to be amazed what it looks like. Isn't that right, Charlie? Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So do you want to fill another layer, or do you want to put the layer on and then fill it?
Put the layer on and fill it.
Okay. So since I've got nasturtium that I've started in a large tray, it's I soak the seeds overnight and planted it in a large tray so that I can lift them out as individual plants. I'm not going to fill this section so that I can place the nasturtium in like I'm doing here, and then very gently hand fill. Now, one thing that I find interesting about the green stalk system is their watering system. The other stacking pots that I'll show you in just a second, I just water from the top with a hose. So the next component here is their watering system. It's a tray. It fits over this what I guess you'd call it, and it's got holes in the bottom that are aligned to bring the moisture comes down through the tower and disperses. So Charlie's going to bring us another layer. Well, hello, Bamsy. You've been in the water. Come here, come show everybody. Look at this dog. Oh, can you see how dirty he is? Look at this. All right, so this takes two people if you've planted this way, because I have to guide him without him crushing a plant. And they overlap. They've got little clampy feet. All right, now he's going to bring buckets of soil.
Bamsy, out of there.
Out of the garden, Bamsy. Now, Charlie, every year, he does this every year, that he can find water chestnuts. And he plants water chestnuts in a pan with a little bit of soil on the bottom, water, puts the water chestnuts in so that they're just under the surface, and then he puts pine straw around the top. If he can't find any pine straw, he'll use just and grows water chestnuts, like 5 water chestnuts in a kiddie pool. Those little blue kiddie pools will give us a good crop at the end of the year, providing that the dog doesn't go in and dig them all out, which Bamsy has done now twice. This is a little fenced-in compound. My tortoise lives in here during the warm months. He's a Brazilian red-footed tortoise, and they get about 14 inches long. We made the mistake of leaving the gates open to get in here, and Bamsy totally decimated Charlie's water chestnuts. You still have any planted, hon?
No.
No?
think he dug them all out.
Dug them all out, and you know, you gotta love them, right? Okay, I need to bust it up a little. Stop talking to me. I tell friends that I'm filming a YouTube video and they still text me. I mean, did you hear it going off? You hear it going off? What about I'm filming? I can't answer and I can't stand it not knowing what they're saying, but my hands are dirty. Just a little more, Daddy. And I'm covering this hole with my fingers. Whoa! Nothing quite like getting your hands in the soil, is there? I bought some golden beets. I also have beets started in the greenhouse. But there's a plant store. It's called the Growers Outlet in Loganville, Georgia, that has got like incredible prices. I don't see how they make any money. And of course, like any plant fanatic, when I went in there and I saw a few things that I knew I'd already started in my greenhouse, but the years further along. You want a succession plan anyway, right? Charlie's going to pick up the bucket and pour a little bit of water in here to get these started. I guess you can pour in here. Usually you'd put the water here. And we have some place to go, so we're going to just water this.
Oh, sorry.
I don't need to take a shower now. I'm not sure that's good. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, Internet folks, we'll catch you in a little bit. We'll finish the project and give you a little bit of a tour of our stacking gardens. See you in a couple of hours. Come on, Bamsy the Wonder Dog.